Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to explore in detail one of the most fascinating and at the same time unsettling stories in modern warfare. The emergence of secret drones that managed to strike deep into Russia's so-called safe zone, an area that Moscow itself considered untouchable and beyond reach. What makes this story compelling is not only the attack itself, but the fact that it was carried out using drones that remained invisible, stealthy, and highly efficient until the very moment of impact. To understand how this was even possible, we need to break down every aspect of these drones, their exterior design, their interior systems, their performance in real-world operations, the safety features built into them, the unique selling points that set them apart, the cost of deploying them, and finally, what this all means for the future of warfare. When it comes to the exterior, these drones are designed for stealth first and foremost. Unlike traditional drones that might have larger profiles or distinctive shapes that make them easier to track, these secret drones are built with smooth, streamlined designs that reflect or absorb radar signals. Their surfaces are often coated with special materials that make them less visible to detection systems, and the overall frame is compact, lightweight, and aerodynamic. The idea is not to create something flashy or intimidating at first glance, but to create something that blends into the environment and avoids detection until the very last moment. The wings are often narrow and long, optimized for endurance rather than agility, and the propeller or engine placement is carefully designed to minimize both noise and heat emissions. To the naked eye, they look like simple flying machines, but in truth they are some of the most advanced examples of stealth technology currently in use. The exterior is pro-tart, of that sometimes simplicity is the key to effectiveness. Looking inside, the interior of these drones tells a story of efficiency and minimalism. Because there is no need for a cockpit or human pilot, every inch of space is dedicated to function. The interior houses the navigation systems, compact but highly advanced avionics, and in many cases pre-programmed guidance technology that allows the drone to follow a route without direct human control. Power systems, whether fueled by compact combustion engines or advanced batteries, are tightly packed to ensure maximum flight duration without adding unnecessary weight. Alongside these, the drones carry payload compartments designed to hold explosives or surveillance equipment depending on the mission. While the interior is not something one would marvel at in terms of aesthetics, its brilliance lies in the precision of its arrangement. Every circuit, every piece of wiring, every small processor is placed to ensure that the drone can fly far, remain undetected, and carry out its mission without compromise. It is a tight, self-sufficient brain and muscle system, all within a compact body. Performance is where these drones redefine expectations. Unlike conventional weapons, their value does not lie in speed or brute force, but in stealth, endurance, and precision. They can travel hundreds of kilometers, navigating deep into enemy territory without triggering alarms. This is achieved through a combination of flight path programming, low-altitude maneuvering to avoid radar, and engines designed to produce the least possible noise signature. When these drones struck Russia's supposed safe zone, they showcased the ability to fly across borders, evade detection networks, and hit strategic targets with accuracy that is usually associated with expensive cruise missiles. Their range is long enough to allow them to operate from distant launch points. Their payloads are powerful enough to cause significant damage to high-value targets, and their guidance systems are accurate enough to ensure minimal wastage. The performance of these drones has proven that even the most secure zones can be breached if the right technology is used. When it comes to safety, the term has to be looked at differently in the context of military drones. Safety here is not about the comfort of passengers, but about ensuring the survivability of the drone and the secrecy of the mission. These drones use engines that generate minimal heat signatures, making it harder for infrared sensors to detect them. They also employ low-noise technologies that reduce their acoustic footprint, allowing them to pass overhead without being noticed. In terms of electronic warfare, many of them are fitted with anti-jamming systems, making it difficult for enemies to disrupt their communication links. Some designs include self-destruct features that trigger if the drone is intercepted or captured, ensuring that sensitive technology does not fall into enemy hands. And perhaps most importantly, the use of unmanned. The systems itself provide safety to the operators and the deploying nation, as no human lives are at risk during the mission. By keeping soldiers out of harm's way, drones offer a form of operational safety that traditional methods cannot match. Unique selling points are what make these drones revolutionary. First, they are incredibly cost-effective compared to traditional weapons. Unlike fighter jets that cost millions of dollars or missiles that require vast amounts of resources to build, these drones can be constructed at a fraction of the cost. This affordability means they can be deployed in larger numbers, creating swarm tactics that overwhelm defenses. Second, their stealth capabilities make them ideal for psychological as well as physical warfare. The fact that they reached Moscow's safe zone undetected sent shockwaves not only militarily but politically, showing that no area is truly safe. Third, their adaptability makes them versatile. They can be used for surveillance, electronic disruption, or direct attacks. The same model can be modified for multiple purposes depending on the mission. Lastly, their disposable nature makes them practical for high-risk operations. If one drone is lost, the financial and strategic loss is minimal compared to the loss of a high-value aircraft or pilot. These selling points make them not just a tool of war, but a symbol of how warfare is changing. Talking about price, while much of the exact financial details are kept under wraps due to military secrecy, available information suggests that these drones can be produced at costs ranging from tens of thousands to low hundreds of thousands of dollars per unit. Compared to the millions it takes to develop and deploy cruise missiles or fighter jets, the price is astonishingly low. This cost-effectiveness makes them accessible not just to large state militaries, but also to smaller nations and even non-state actors. The ability to create high-impact results with relatively small investments changes the dynamics of power as technology becomes the great equalizer in the battlefield. The low price also allows for experimentation and innovation, as losing a drone is not as financially devastating as losing a jet. This is one of the reasons why these drones have proliferated so quickly across different conflicts around the world. In conclusion, the secret drones that struck Russia's safe zone represent more than just a military incident. They are a window into the future of warfare, where technology, stealth, and affordability combine to overturn the assumptions of security and power. Their sleek exterior makes them nearly invisible to traditional detection. Their compact interior houses everything needed for autonomous missions. Their performance proves they can reach and hit targets thought untouchable. Their safety features protect both the mission and the operators. Their unique selling points redefine how nations approach combat, and their price makes them accessible in ways that were unimaginable for traditional weapon systems. When Moscow failed to notice them until it was too late, it highlighted not just a gap in defense, but also the rise of a new era where smart machines challenge the might of traditional military power. These drones are not only tools of war, but also tools of disruption, reshaping strategies, politics, and perceptions. The story of these drones is a story of how the battlefield has moved from visible confrontations to invisible intrusions, from expensive machines to affordable disruptors, and from predictable outcomes to uncertain threats. As we look ahead, it is clear that drones like these will continue to play a central role in conflicts, forcing nations to rethink what it means to be safe and what it means to be vulnerable. The world has now witnessed how even the most guarded capital can be reached, and that reality changes everything about modern security.